As a marketer, I've tried, tested, and really want to love ChatGPT, but I found it to be entirely useless. I'm going to share with you guys what I was using it for a few minutes ago and what it was generating for me, but by and large, all I found it to do is basically regurgitate high-level information that's out there on the internet. Yes, it stays on topic. Yes, it's grammatically correct, but it really provides nothing of value or nothing of depth in what it generates. And it's nothing that I'd really want to put my name behind when I'm publishing content. Before we go any further, if you're using ChatGPT for marketing and you find it very valuable and you're really happy with what it's doing for you, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Now, I've got this podcast episode open here from Perpetual Traffic, which is one of the top-rated marketing podcasts out there. And I was actually a guest on this podcast a few years back. I think it was like episode number 160. I didn't pull it up before I started recording, but you can type my name in out there, Corey Phillip, and Perpetual Traffic Podcast. You'll actually find that podcast episode. And I have a lot of respect for the hosts of the podcast. They do a very good job at, staying on top of marketing and bringing out current marketing information. And I think it's all relevant and very useful. And in this episode, they spoke with this gentleman here, Suneet Agarwal. And I listened to it, and it had me really motivated to dive back into ChatGPT and AI content. And to kind of give you the real quick nitty-gritty on what he was saying was basically, hey, I publish a lot of content, and I use ChatGPT to generate the content, right? If I need Instagram posts, generate it. Need a Instagram reel, I use ChatGPT to generate the whole thing, yada, yada, yada. Basically, use ChatGPT to flood your market or flood your audience with organic content that is generated, at least initially, the text is, by ChatGPT. So I have been kind of taking that approach, creating a lot of faceless YouTube-style videos and faceless Instagram reels for a website and a business that I have. And you can also see some of them here on my eBiz Corey channel. I have been making a couple and kind of snaking them in here and there for tests. I'm not trying to make this a big faceless channel, but I'm kind of snaking them in just for testing because I've got video editors doing it. So what I wanted to do was see if ChatGPT could create real scripts. And yes, it can create them, but they're not anything I'd want to publish. They don't publish anything of substance. So let me go to what I was doing today, just a few minutes ago here, that frustrated me into making this video. There is this report from the International Business Brokers Association, provides a lot of detailed insight onto mergers and acquisitions activity. So I'm like, okay, hey, let me go to ChatGPT, provide this report, and see if they can pull out some YouTube short scripts or create some short video scripts of up to 160 characters. So I went in here to my ChatGPT, sent him the link, and I sent him the link, then I said about the IBBA report. And it came out, with this information, like, okay, cool, it got it. You still have access to it because it sent it the link yesterday. And I came through here, and there was a section in here on financing deals, right? And we'll see that in here. Financing deals. So I was like, okay, can you write a video script of 160 words on financing deals in 2022? Okay. So it spit out this, and I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And I didn't like it because I was looking for it to include some data, so I asked it to. And here it started putting in some data. Now, its first iteration of this, basically, I'm not going to read this word for word, but it basically is like a word salad, so to say, right? There's nothing specific about financing deals in 2022. It basically just goes on to talk about, basically just give generic information on business acquisition financing. It wasn't too good. So, I didn't want to use that. So I said, could you include some data from the report? And then it spit out this. And I'm like, okay, this is good, man. We got some data in here. We got some percentages and stuff. I needed to be 160 words for the script. So then I started looking and I said, where did you get the 52.7% from? And then it eventually says figure was a mistake. And then it regurgitates it 50.6, and I kind of pressure it. And once I say I don't see it in the report, I apologize. Upon double checking, I realized that I made a mistake. The report does not provide data on percentage of M&A transactions financed by cash or acquisitions loans. So if you actually read the report, and I did, before I did this, so I knew where I was going with this. it was basically kind of making things up. This 50.6% isn't in the report at all. And the report does not provide data on percentage of M&A transactions financed by cash or SBA loans. So that's what I'm getting with ChatGPT. It's like, it just generates this high level type of stuff, broadly speaking, that's like, yeah, it's correct, but it's like, oh yeah, no shit, everybody knows that. When you pressure it or push it into, and I say pressure, I'm pressuring an AI system here. When you direct it into creating something of substance and depth, then it just kind of makes random shit up. It spits out random information. And I would not want to put my name behind these fake facts. But hey, I guess this is how fake news happens, right? Maybe the presidents running for campaigns can use ChatGPT to create fake news campaigns. I don't know, but I'm still, after spending a few hours in here with it, and I've been doing this with other topics, so I wasted probably about 2 hours today trying to use ChatGPT to generate these short video scripts. Ultimately, it would have just been quicker if I came through here and skimmed it over, plucked out some details, and wrote the scripts myself. That would have been quicker and better and produced a higher quality result, because I'm not going to use this, so I guess this is no result. But I forget exactly where I was going with this here. Again, I'm just spending more time using ChatGPT to get out bullshit. So if you want to, present bullshit, fine. I guess ChatGPT generates your bullshit. But if you actually want to generate something of value, something that's accurate, something of depth, and something of substance, well, you need a real person. You need real insight to create that. On that note, guys, what has been your experience with ChatGPT? How are you using ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments, because if you have a valuable use case for ChatGPT and content marketing or any form of marketing, let me know in the comments. I do want to hear from you. I don't want to write ChatGPT off entirely, but right now, it's basically being just a big waste of my time. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you are actually using it and it's producing something of quality. On that note, I'm calling it a wrap and signing off on this one.